Coach Annie here. We were having some technical difficulties, so this is not live, but still wanted to give you the official office workout. So I'll be taking you through today about a 15-minute to 20-minute workout that you can utilize whether you're at work, whether you're working from home, or you just need a nice little movement break. So the goal here is to keep it as simple as possible. There's going to be a warm-up, a main piece that's going to be 10 minutes long, so that'll be your workout, and then a cool down. All of these pieces, you could use just the warm-up. If you need a movement break, you can use the whole thing, but ideally I'm giving you tools that you can utilize and implement into your day, especially when you just need that movement break. If let's say you've been in a lot of meetings, or you're just feeling a little burnt out, or you've just been staring at your screen for a really long time, want this to kind of re-energize you and give you a little bit of a break from whatever you're doing. So without further ado, let's go ahead. I, of course, am in workout attire, but if you are not in workout attire, that is totally okay. Ideally, this is stuff that you could do, move around with. Obviously, if you're wearing a dress or something with really tight clothing, might be a little tough, but if you have some loose clothing on, it should be totally fine. So the first thing we're gonna do is our warm-up. So we're gonna start off with breathing. So we're gonna start off with 10 breaths. I really want to utilize this time to just check in with yourself, okay? So it's great if you can close your eyes. If not, that's totally fine. I'm gonna show everything pretty much standing. If you wanna do anything from the ground, you absolutely can. So what I like to do is just check in with myself, especially when I'm about to do a workout. How is my mind feeling? How's my body feeling? And being still helps me check in with that. So I'll put one hand on my chest, one hand on my stomach. I'm going to go ahead, go for 10 deep breaths. I'm going to go for a big inhale and exhale. Good, let's go again. Inhale, exhale. Let's go to that third one. Inhale, exhale. Let's go 4. I'm doing like pursed lips. You can open mouth for your exhale, whichever one you feel comfortable with. Inhale again. Good, keep going. Again. 8th one. Last one. Okay, all right. Hopefully you're a little bit more present when you're going through those that breath work. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. That breath work, it does help you kind of like recenter yourself, that stillness piece. We don't tend to be still most of the day. We're always preoccupied by something, so that is a great tool. So we're gonna go into a little bit of a dynamic warm-up, and then we'll get into the workout. So I'm gonna set a timer on my watch, and we're gonna go for 2 minutes. It's going to be 3 movements. You're gonna follow along with me. We're gonna do 5 reps of each movement and just go continuously for 2 minutes. All right, so the first movement you're gonna do is good mornings. Hips back, and then you're gonna send your hips up. So I'm gonna start the timer. Go ahead, 5 reps here. We're stretching our hamstrings, hips are going back, closing the door with your butt. Good, you can follow along with me, or you can go ahead and just go your own pace. The next move is going to be squats, air squats. Go within your current range of motion. This might be the morning for you. You might feel a little stiff right now. So we're really just trying to work with our current range of motion. And as I'm talking, I might miscount reps, so you don't have to fully follow along with me. The next one is going to be a march with rotation. So you're going to bring your knee up and then rotate to that side. March, rotate. And of course, if marching, that balance is a little challenging, we can just go into rotation to start. But really trying to push through the ground, rotate to the other side. So we'll go ahead, go 3 on each side, keep it even. 6 altogether. Good. This is my 5. 6, you're going back up to the top, good mornings. You're just going to continuously move here. You're You're still breathing. I think it's really easy once you start to move. A lot of people just start to like tense up and stop breathing, and that's when you want to breathe nice, deep breaths, continuously doing that just like we did in the first part. Good. 5 here. All right. March, rotate. All right, you only have 20 seconds left, so you can see 2 minutes goes by really fast. I think the only time 2 minutes doesn't go by fast is when you're doing a plank. Keep going. This is my 4, 5, 6. I'm just gonna go right into my good mornings until my timer runs out. And time. All right, awesome. So we're gonna get into the main piece of the workout. That first piece, that's something, let's say you only have 5 minutes, you can do that any part of the day. Pick 2 to 3 movements, add in some rotation, add in some sort of hinging and pushing, and that's a great way to kind of recenter yourself, get some movement in your hips, your back, your hamstrings, really your whole body. So it's going to be 10 minutes on the clock, so I'm gonna have it on my watch. This is something, just like with you, you can have this on your watch if you have that, or if you have a phone, you can just have it on your phone. It's just a 10-minute timer. Each round, it's gonna be 5 rounds, 2 movements. I'm going to show you different variations that you can do with that movement each round. So you don't have to copy each round that I do. Movement-wise, you can stick to one of the rounds that you liked movement-wise, but we'll do 5 rounds altogether, okay? So, we'll go for 10 minutes. It's going to be a minute of work for each movement. I will let you know 10 seconds before we're gonna move on, so I'm gonna keep checking my watch, but if you have a timer on, you can just follow along with me. You don't actually have to copy as I'm going through this, because I might not always get right on the dot at 10 seconds, so if you have your timer out, it'll make it just a little bit easier, all right? So the 2 movements, it's going to be a lunge and a squat, okay? That's the first round. Each round I will increase some complexity, I'll add in some variations, and then I'll also take things away to modify it a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, I'll get my timer set up, 10 minutes on the clock. Starting with the first round, we'll start with 50 seconds of lunges. You're just getting into it. 3, 2, 1, go ahead. So, I am not speeding through these as I'm going through it. I am really just trying to get some movement in. And a lot of times when I'm just trying to get like a movement break in, I am not concerned about how fast I'm going. I'm really just trying to make sure I'm listening to my body as I go through this. All right, keep going here. We're about 30 seconds in. So we only got about 20 seconds left. So this is something you can easily modify. Let's say the time just feels like a lot. You can always decrease the time. Maybe it's 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, but we're just gonna do 50 today. All right. 10 seconds in 3, 2, 1. You're gonna recover really quick. If you need a little extra time, that's why I'd say if you have the timer up, you can rest a little bit longer. We'll go ahead, 3, 2, 1, go into squats. So let's say squatting is challenging for you and you have a hard time controlling yourself on the way down or don't know really where to stop. You can use a chair or something, especially if you're at your desk. You can use even your office chair and squat to a target, right? So this is easily something, if you don't want to go all the way down or you're unable to go all the way down, maybe because you're wearing something that won't allow you to, you can even do squat to a target. I'm even thinking, let's say you have 2 minutes between meetings, you can literally sit up from your desk and give yourself 50 seconds worth, 20 seconds worth, anything of movement. I know Dr. Teresa said this before, but motion truly is lotion. Movement is so beyond important for your body. All right, 10 seconds. Go ahead and rest. Next round, we're gonna add in a piece to it. 3, 2, 1, so it's going to be lunge. Remember that march we did in the warm-up, we're adding that in, adding some complexity. Lunge, march with rotation. It can also just be lunge, march. You don't have to have the rotation in. So many different ways that you can customize movement. Just because it seems simple doesn't mean it's always easy. You can always make it harder. You can always make it a little bit easier. You can always just make it based on how you're feeling that day. Good. Keep going here. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay. We're going into squats next. I'm going to add in a plank walkout. So if you are someone that is in an office and this isn't doable, go ahead, keep going with those squats. But I'm going to walk it out to a plank, walk it back in, all right? So I'm just walking it out, but I'm going still into a squat. I'm walking it out, walking it back in. Again, you're not doing that. You're just going into air squats. Good. Keep going here. So allowing us to add in a little bit of shoulder action, more to our core. Everything that you do though is utilizing your core. You just have to be aware of it. So as I'm going out into that plank, I'm not sagging my hips. I'm keeping my hips nice and tucked. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Good. All right, you're going into your third round. It goes fast. 10 minutes goes fast. So 3, 2, 1. This time you're going to lunge faster. If you want a variation that's a little bit more challenging, let's say you want to increase your heart rate a little bit. So bear with me as I go through these next 2 movements because my heart rate's going to go up a little bit. So a way to make this more challenging, you've got 2 movements. You can increase the pace, right? That's easily a variation that you can do, make it a little more challenging. You want to get a little sweat on. But of course, if you're like, nope, don't really want to do that, go with the original movements that I showed you in the first round, which is this, but just a little slower. Good. Keep going here. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Woo. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Slowing down that breathing. All right, squats, 3, 2, 1, go ahead. So you're picking up the pace. You can even, as squat, reach if you want to make it a little bit more dynamic. Always love it, adding in a little arm action. It also forces you, with the squat and reach, to go down a little bit lower. You're reaching all the way to the ground, coming up. Good, keep going here. Where are we at? Good, 16 seconds. Keep breathing, keep moving. Maybe it's not this pace, maybe it's a little slower. 3, 2, 1, rest. Woo, all right, 4th round. This is your second and last round. So, for this one, you're adding in a jump. I'm gonna show just a few of this. So, I have downstairs neighbors, so I'm gonna be very kind to them. So I'm gonna only show a few, but you can jump up. So lunge, jump, lunge, jump. So this is easily a way that you can increase it, or you can even go onto your toes. Lunge onto your toes as you come up. Lunge onto your toes as you come up. So again, another way to make it a little bit more challenging. If you're not doing that, keep going with that first round, or maybe you liked the second round, just keep moving here. Where are we at? 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Shake out your legs. You're almost there. You're almost there, right? So 5 seconds, then we're going into jump squats, or you can do that squat with a reach. 3, 2, 1, go ahead. So we can go jump squat, or you can go onto your tiptoes, squat onto your tiptoes. reach. You can keep your heels on the ground. Heels come off the ground, makes it a little bit more challenging. If you have a history of being in dance, that might be easy, but if you don't, it might be challenging. Good, keep breathing here. You only have one more round after this. Where are we at? Let's see, 10 more seconds. So that's just truly showing it's as simple as that. Have a timer on your phone, have a timer on your watch, and move. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay. Last round, going super slow. Slowing it down. 3, 2, 1, go ahead. Lunge, come up. So pretend that someone just put the slow-mo button, they just pressed it, and you have to go slow. So this is, I would say, challenging in a different way. You have to control your body as you go down into these movements. So yes, it's a different type of hard than if you were to pick up the pace. Good, where are we at? 10 more seconds, beautiful. Slow, 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 slow-mo button is on. 3, 2, 1, shake it out. You have 1 more minute left, then we're done, go into a cool down. All right, 5 seconds, you're going into squats. Again, slow-mo button is on, very slow. Here we go. You can even count like 2 to 3 seconds down, 2 to 3 seconds back up. So slow-mo button's on, 2 to 3 seconds down, 2 to 3 seconds back up. And I'm using my inhale and my exhale still, not forgetting about that. Syncing up my breath with the movement. Inhale, down, exhale, back up. Where are we at? You have 25 seconds left. Good, 15 seconds. Inhale, slow, 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 slow. Exhale, press back up. Good, keep going there. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, awesome job. Okay, you finished your warm up. You finished your workout. Cool down. We're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna put 5 minutes on the clock. And what we will do is we're gonna start off with some head rolls. So you're probably breathing just a little bit heavier than where you were in the beginning. So I'm just starting to go into some head rolls. I have a 5-minute timer on my watch, and I am just making sure that I am cognizant of time. Again, something that you can easily do in between meetings, especially head rolls, and you can let's add in some wrist movements. I am just going back and forth. Maybe you just woke up. My neck tends to be a little bit tight when I wake up, so this is something that I tend to do. Let's go ahead and do 2 more on each side. Take your time, especially if this makes you a little dizzy. Go slower. Good. Last one. All right, let's go ahead, go into a split lunge. It's like a modified split lunge with rotation. So I'm gonna take my right foot, I'm gonna lean it back, and I'm gonna open up to the left. I'm gonna come back to center, and then I'm gonna switch to the other side. So my right foot is forward, left foot back, open up to the right side. I think Dr. T had this on one of her posts. This is a great movement. You have little to no space. There's still things that you can do, all right? So it's something that you just have to train yourself. Oh, I have a little bit of time, I'm gonna get some movement in. I think it's really easy to think like, I don't have that full hour, I don't have that 45 minutes to do intense workout. Your body still counts it. Even though it's not something maybe you see on your watch, your body still counts it, and especially your mind. All right, let's do one more on each side. All right, so next movement, we're gonna go toe touch to reach. So cooling down, stretching those hamstrings. You're going to go as far as you can. I like to have a little bend in my knees, and then you're just gonna reach up. I am still syncing up my breath. Inhale, toe touch, exhale, come to standing. So I wouldn't say there's like a perfect movement to do to really add into your movement routine. I think if you're gaining in some rotation, I think if you're really just moving your body, especially if you go from really not moving your body in between the day to moving your body, that is a huge step in the right direction. So I think it's important to call out that there's no like right or wrong movement, but it just depends on like how your body's feeling, how your mind's feeling that day, how much time do you have, what space do you have, and this movement routine is a great template, at least. Maybe it's not these specific movements, but a great template that you can utilize. Okay, where are we at? We'll go ahead, go here for another 2. Toe touch, reach it up, toe touch, reach it up. Okay, we are going to end. We start with breathing, we're gonna end with breathing. I want you to check in with yourself again. Check in, how are you feeling, mind, body, all right? Close your eyes if you want. You can have your hand on your heart and your chest. This is just kind of like teaching you to like press out against your both hands, making sure we're getting that nice 360 breathing all throughout our diaphragm. So let's go ahead, inhale and exhale. Checking in, how are you feeling? How you doing? Good, keep going here. We're just gonna go until the timer runs out, which is in 30 seconds. Good, keep going here. Inhale and exhale. Eyes are closed, eyes might be open. I'm just being aware of how I'm feeling right now. Are you feeling maybe a little more energized? Maybe a little sweaty, hopefully. Last 2 breaths. Last 1. Oh, and with that, you are done. Awesome, awesome job. Thank you for doing this workout with me. Sorry again, some technical difficulties, but please take this on your own time. It was not live, but you can always ask questions, leave comments below. But thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day.